baby chewed food, saying it's easier to digest this way. The woman immediately stopped her, saying there are bacteria in her mouth, which will be transmitted to the baby. The aunt got upset when she heard that. Only you city people are so precious. Country people are all raised this way, and aren't they all as strong as oxen? But the aunt didn't care. The mother-in-law also echoed from the side, thinking young people are too fussy. Later the aunt took out a milk-boosting medicine, boiled with a newly dead mouse and mountain herbs, and told the woman to drink it. The woman felt so nauseous that she almost vomited, but the mother-in-law and the aunt made a scene again, saying the woman didn't know how to appreciate kindness. The husband couldn't stand the two making trouble, so he had to persuade the woman, telling her to just take a sip symbolically, for the sake of the family. The woman had to drink it with tears in her eyes. Late at night the woman found that the aunt was actually feeding her own milk to the baby. She was instantly furious, and couldn't help but have a big quarrel with the aunt, angrily demanding that the aunt leave immediately. But the aunt made a scene again. The mother-in-law and husband came out, blamed the woman again, scolding her for being restless all day, saying this family will be ruined by her sooner or later. The husband thought the woman was making a fuss over nothing, and said the aunt had good intentions. The woman knew that no matter what she said, they wouldn't believe her, so she went back to the room angrily. However, the aunt became more and more excessive. The next day, she even used the pot to boil her stinky socks, saying it was for disinfection, and used the baby's face towel to wipe her feet. The woman really couldn't stand it anymore, and proposed to let her leave again. But the aunt ran to complain to the woman's husband. The husband lied for the aunt again. The woman was completely cold-hearted, and proposed to go back to work in the company. She also contacted a professional confinement center, planning to hire a confinement nanny. But as soon as the woman went to work, the aunt and the mother-in-law made a scene in the company, saying the company forced the woman to go to work before finishing her confinement, resulting in the woman losing the qualification for the new project she just took over. Since then the aunt used the rising prices as an excuse to ask her husband for an extra 10,000 yuan of living expenses. But privately the aunt secretly packed the things at home, planning to take them back to the countryside for her eldest grandson. When the husband was not at home, the aunt let the woman eat leftover food. When the husband came back, the aunt immediately brought out fresh pork ribs, pretending that she made them specially for them. At night the woman told her husband about some of the aunt's disgusting behaviors. Unexpectedly she was scolded by her husband instead.
反倒是你处处挑刺，现在这个家变得乌烟瘴气，全都因为你。
你要这么想，我无话可说。